May is National Foster Care Month, and tonight we bring you the story of a baby girl abandoned at Hobby Airport 34 years ago and was recently reunited with the officer who found her.
That baby girl went on a long journey through the foster care system, but where that baby girl is now will leave you in awe. I have goosebumps already. Fox 26's Gabby Hart brings us this story.
I was walking around the garage and I heard a baby crying. So I followed it and I found the baby laying in the back of the pickup truck, and I was looking around like, what is this going on, you know?
On May 27th, 1989, news of a newborn baby abandoned at Hobby Airport made headlines. Former Houston police officer Kathleen Barilla is the woman seen in this newspaper article after finding that baby.
She wouldn't go to anybody but me. So they let me take her downtown.
When I tracked down Officer Barilla, I told her that I worked for Fox 26 and I wanted to speak with her about the infant she found that day. That's all she knew before we met on Zoom.
I always wondered what happened to her, though, you know?
The baby in this news article was identified shortly after being found as 3-month-old Gabby Hart, who many of you might know as Gabby Hart, the news reporter.
I never knew the name. I never got her name.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I do.
Can you tell me anything about her? Or?
That child's name was Gabby Hart.
Nice. Pretty name.
Yeah. And my name on TV, my on-air name is Gabby Hart, but my real name is Gabby Hart. And
are you the baby?
I am the child that you found that day at Hobby Airport.
Oh my God. You're beautiful. And you know, I do remember the baby being a very cute baby.
Just a few weeks later, Officer Barilla traveled from Buffalo, New York, all the way to Houston.
Oh my goodness! You know, I'm so happy that I got to have an ending to the story. Yeah. You know, and you turned out wonderfully. You know, I remember thinking back then that, you know, how sad I was to leave you down at that juvenile place at the police office. You know, and you cried when I left, and I cried that night because I didn't want to leave you there.
Yeah. Well, now that we've established that the baby Officer Barilla found in this parking garage was in fact me, I'd like to introduce you to my big sister, Natalie Hart.
I remember having a feeling that it was going to happen.
2 days before my mother left me at Hobby Airport, she flew to San Jose, California, where she abandoned Natalie, just 3 years old, in an airport bathroom.
And I remember looking under the stall and saying, "Mommy, don't leave me." And then when I came out, she was gone.
Our story made national headlines. The news soon reported that my mother suffered from mental illness and felt that she was protecting us by leaving us. Well, Natalie and I eventually flew back to Cleveland, Ohio, where we spent a short time living with our biological family. But when I was just 3 years old and Natalie was 7, we went to foster care.
And it was kind of like, just be normal, pretend nothing's wrong, and just keep living your life. And you can't do that. As an adult, I don't think I would be able to do that.
You know, our mother had her issues. We were never mistreated.
No.
Our biological family, or, you know, at the hands of her, we were treated very well. For me, it wasn't until I entered foster care that I was mistreated.
Same. And I've told people that.
After experiencing abuse in our first few foster homes, Natalie and I were separated. I was 5 years old.
That sibling who, you know, may have been their only connection to their sense of who they are is gone.
Dewana Jernigan, president of Arms Wide Adoption and Foster Agency in Houston, says when children experience traumas like this so young, it can make it hard for them to stay in foster homes, which leads to them moving constantly.
That child is not intentionally blowing up a placement. That child is protecting themselves.
I went on to travel through a total of 24 foster and group homes, and when I turned 18, I was on my own. When you look at the statistics for previous foster children, especially those who age out, it's alarming. Less than 3% will graduate from college. They're more likely than their peers to end up homeless, in jail, or on drugs.
On paper, it looked like we should be complete statistics, and we're not.
And it's thanks to the caring foster parents we met along the way, the social workers who went the extra mile, the teachers who provided a safe space, that myself, my sister, and all of those like us have triumphed after foster care.
Having that family, or at least that one consistent adult in their lives, I think can help to disrupt this whole cycle of, you know, children who age out and face these dire consequences.
Did that that one good foster mother cancel out all of the terrible ones?
I would say yes. It definitely, because it made me realize people aren't all the same.
And there are so many children and teens in foster care for reasons beyond their control, and they're in need of good foster parents.
Yeah, I chose to share my story not to garner sympathy or pity, but to inspire all of those amazing foster children out there that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And to the existing foster parents and those considering becoming one, you matter. Your time, your energy, and your love matters more than you will ever know.
Gabby, that is so strong of you to share your story, and I'm sure it's inspiring so many people, and I've told you before, you are a blessing to so many.
Thank you.
You know, where can they find more information on becoming foster parents?
Right, if anyone wants to learn more about how to become a foster parent or just kind of how to get involved, you can head over to fox26houston.com. We'll have this story posted with a couple of agencies that you can call to get answers. Also, if you would like to hear a bit more about my journey, join me tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock p.m. on fox26houston.com. I'll be doing a live stream. We'll have a panel, and we're really going to take a deep dive into the issues that we see in the foster care system and how you can become a foster parent yourself. I'll also take a few questions. Again, that live stream will be at 7 p.m. on fox26houston.com.
Gabby, it's amazing how your story has come full circle. Literally, you're back in Houston,
Back to Houston.
changing lives, telling important stories. We're so happy that you're part of our team.
Thank you. God is amazing.
Yes.